Hello everyone, welcome to chemistry class. Today onwards we begin the chapter 2 revision. This is the part 1 for this chapter. As the chapter number 1 and 2 only will be covered in the half yearly syllabus, and chapter 1 revision we have already completed. So this is here we begin the chapter 2, the role of chemistry in our life. In the last chapter we had discussed what is chemistry all about, what we are learning in the subject. In this chapter, we will be learning what is the importance of chemistry in our day-to-day life. What are the various substances or aspects which are related to chemistry which affect our daily life. So let us begin the chapter here with the introduction to this chapter. So chemistry as a subject, it is involved in our day-to-day life, in the various life processes of our day-to-day life. It is very closely attached to it. The growth of the living beings, it may be plants or an animal, even our own body, is the result of various chemical changes. Various chemical changes are always going on in the bodies of the living beings, be it plant or be it animals or human beings. It is always going on, and therefore only the growth and development processes take place in the living beings. Not only this growth and development, various other aspects, various products are there which you are using in our day-to-day life. So that is what we can say. Chemistry helps us in various manners. We will see one by one. First is now chemistry and food. Yes, food, when we are eating, it gives us energy, but it is the result of various chemical changes only how the food is produced. And then food is converted into energy, that is also related to chemical changes only. So basically we can say chemistry is very important for producing the food in the farms and all, and then converting that food into energy in our own body by digestion. So there everywhere the chemical changes are going on. So we will see here how the food is produced and how chemistry is related to it. So for food, what is required is agriculture is done, and we have to depend on it only because it produces food. And chemistry is helping the farmers, the people who are involved in agriculture, to produce more crops. How is it done? First one is given here. It is done by the use of fertilizers, because plants they require some adequate amount of nutrients, or we can say chemicals are required. These elements are nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. These are the major ones. Nitrogen is N, phosphorus as P. This is the symbol for these elements. Potassium stands for K. So NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. These are the three main or most important elements required for soil to grow the plants and vegetables. Apart from this, many other elements are there, like zinc is given here, and all these are required for the proper growth of the plants. And these are naturally present in the soil. All are naturally there, but sometimes what is happening, there is a deficiency of these. Some in some places the soil will not have these particular minerals or elements in proper amount. The amount will decrease there. After the crops are grown for some time, after some years, what will happen? On the same area where the crops are grown, in that area there will be a decrease in the amount of these minerals. These nutrients will not be there, and then we have to put these elements or minerals in the form of fertilizer in the soil, so that the soil will remain still rich in minerals to allow the growth of the plants. So there what we can say, fertilizers are given. Fertilizers are only chemicals only. These are only chemicals which are supplied or put into the farms for doing the agriculture work, for growing the plants and vegetables. Also, not only the fertilizers, we have the organic manure. Organic manure is also used as a fertilizer only. It is a natural product obtained from the waste of the animals. That is, the cow dung, for example, it can be converted into organic manure, and then it can also be added to the soil. It will also do the same work what a fertilizer is doing. It also has beneficial properties for the agriculture purposes. So various chemicals are given here, like nitrogen element. If you want which fertilizer is used, then it is urea which is used. Urea contains nitrogen in proper quantity. Next is phosphorus, that is given here. Phosphorus fertilizer is superphosphate of lime and triple phosphate of lime. Third one, nitrogen and phosphorus. If both of these are required together, then we can use diammonium phosphate. Next one is potassium. Potassium is present in potassium chlorate. Lastly is zinc, present in zinc sulfate and zinc oxide. That is the names of various fertilizers which are having these particular elements. You should be learning at least one of these. At least one of these for each element you have to learn. Most of all, one only is given, so all these you have to learn. Next, now these fertilizers are prepared in the industries. All the factories are using these fertilizers, and it is very widely used in the field of agriculture for making the soil rich of nutrients. But we cannot simply use the fertilizer everywhere. For that, a basic process is there, that is called as soil testing. How the farmer will come to know how much fertilizer I have to add, or fertilizer is required or not. So for that, soil testing is done. That means which element should be provided in the soil. So which element the soil is deficient in? Deficient means quantity is less, the amount of which element is less in the soil. So this can be identified by the soil testing. We will analyze, we will check the quality of the soil in a chemical laboratory. There are certain scientists, soil researchers who are doing this work in the soil testing laboratory. The farmer can take the sample of the soil from his farm. That soil is then tested upon in the chemical laboratory by the process called soil testing. In this laboratory, then they will give you a report that the soil contains this much amount of this particular nutrient or element, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium and so on, and they will also inform what kind of fertilizers and in what quantity should be used. So that is what is called as soil testing. Apart from the fertilizer, also one more thing is used, that is pesticides. Pesticides are doing what? Pesticides are killing all the insects and small animals which are growing in the farm. These small animals or insects which are affecting the crops, they are called as pests, and pests can be killed by the use of pesticide. Example of pest, we can say different insects are already there, but small animals like rats, mice, these are all rodents. Rats and mice are called as rodents. So insects and rodents, all these are called as the pest, and they can be killed by the pesticides. Also the pesticide, other than this, we can also say we can classify the pesticide in two categories. One is insecticide, other is rodenticide. For killing the insecticide. For killing the rodents, rats and all, we are using rodenticides. Both are the types of pesticide only, they are not different things. So insecticide, rodenticide are used to do what? To kill the pests, to kill the insects and the rodents. Other than these insecticide and rodenticide, we can also use fungicides. What the fungicide will do? It will kill the fungi, that is the fungus that is growing in the plant body. Fungus is causing what? The fungi is causing various plant disease. The crop will be affected and it cannot be producing good quality of vegetables. They will not be sold in the market. So therefore, to prevent the plant diseases, fungicides can be used. Second type of pesticide again is given here, that is herbicides or weedicides. Herbicides or weedicides will kill what? They will kill the herbs. That is why the name is herbicides. So different herbs which are growing, that is small plants are growing along with the crop. The farmer is not growing that, but along with the crop they also keep on growing. These unwanted plants only which are not required, they are called as weeds, or we can also call them as small herbs. So the weeds or the herbs can be killed by these herbicides or weedicides. So that is a type of insecticide only. All these things what we have learned, insecticide, pesticide, rodenticides, all these are doing the same thing. They are killing the unwanted substances. The unwanted substances may be insects, they can be rodents, they can be pests, they can be any type of the herbs or weeds. So all these can be killed by using these chemicals called pesticides. Here are certain examples given of these pesticides. First is insecticide examples. Again I say at least one you learned. So one example, DDT, Indosulfan, Eldrin, Malathion, Carbaryl. No need to learn all, only one you can learn, DDT. Next is fungicide. One example you can learn anyone, like Bordeaux mixture you can learn for fungicide. Next is herbicide. Here also one you can learn, Butachlor. Next is rodenticide. Only one is given, so that you will have to learn aluminum phosphide. So these are different chemicals which are used in the form of pesticides. All these four categories are the group of pesticides only. All these are called as pesticides: insecticide, fungicide, herbicide and rodenticide. Insecticide to kill insect, fungicide to kill fungus, herbicide to kill herbs or weeds, and rodenticide to kill rodents like rats and mice. So that is all. We will continue to the next. Here some photographs are given, you can just observe them. Then after the food has been prepared, what is done after that? Food processing and flavoring agents are used. This we will be discussing in the later video, not now. In the next video we will continue this. So that is all. Today we have seen how the different chemicals are applied in the farming process in the form of fertilizer and the pesticides, and the different types of the pesticides we have seen. All these examples from the two tables of the fertilizer and the pesticide, one example of each category you have to learn. That is the homework for this week. We'll continue how the food is processed and how flavoring is done in the next video. We'll see. That is all for today. Thank you.